I don't know if everyone has a middle age crisis.
No, I don't think it's obligatory. Or like if you skip it, then a mail comes from the government that you've skipped your midlife crisis and you have to get onto it. And you buy some action figurines or something like that.
I don't know what I will do.
I like
maybe I will date younger women or something like that. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi.
That's something different.
That's something different.
I am Valdemar.
And I am Veronica.
And today we are watching Dylan Moran on British class system. And I don't know how well known is this comedian. I know him basically from one video, and it's a video that we both have seen, but not on this channel. There is this bit when he is talking about when you are talking with Germans and they are speaking something and you are hearing Hitler. And I found it hilarious, and I showed it to Veronica, and she found it like, for her, it was like the most funny thing in the world. I remember it very well. But I have not seen anyone else of his. And also he played in the movie, which I also have not seen, but I know that he played in the movie. It's with Julia Roberts. Okay. It's called Nothing Hill, I think.
Okay, Nothing Hill.
You seen
I've
it?
not seen it, no, but I know it's very popular.
There is a movie that she is an actress, and she meets Hugh Grant, and he is like a librarian or a bookstore owner.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it's quite popular.
And I think he plays like a small episodic role in this.
But this one is just comedy.
This one is just comedy. Nothing else.
And it's some special. There's a big stage, so I guess he's popular enough to have a big stage.
No, but this video is not that popular. This video has like 5,000 views.
Oh, okay.
But it's from 1 year ago, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's nice to discover some new comedians, some gems on this channel as well. Not only, George Carlin and Bill Burr.
Yeah. And also the video that we have seen was pretty funny. So I thought, maybe why not give him a chance?
Yeah, I'm excited. And British class system, that's also not the usual subject that we watch things about. So it might be a bit.
Do you know something about it? Veronica was living in Great Britain for some time. Yeah. I was never there, actually. Maybe one day, who knows?
We need to go. Definitely.
I was in the better island, which is called Ireland. It's better.
I think you just alienated a big chunk of our audience, but congrats on that one.
But maybe the Irish people will be like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, the one Irish person. Hi.
Why one?
Maybe two.
Maybe we have more.
I don't know. Let me know how many of you Irish people are there. Proper Irish people.
The Irish people are pretty similar to the Polish people. We should be like brothers.
British people are also similar to Polish people. There's a lot of talking about
but
complaining.
British people are Protestants, Irish people are Catholics.
Yeah, okay. The religion separates us, but British people are similar in temperament.
We like potatoes. Irish people like potatoes.
Yeah, but they have beef with potatoes. Not normal beef, but just because they only had them for some time. So.
Okay.
Okay, and I wanted to say something I forgot. Okay, we can just go on.
Ready?
Thank you. Let's go.
One of the things that's very striking about Britain is the class system. And class is back. People are talking about class again, using these playground words, chavs and toffs. I found that very weird, because I wasn't aware of a class system growing up in Ireland. There didn't seem to be a class system, not that I knew about anyway. There just seemed to be everybody. And then there was 4 people over there who had big houses, but you didn't know them. It seems to me British people like the class system. You like to have little boxes to put people in. You like to have aristocrats, people with 4 sets of teeth. Nobody understands what they're saying. They live in big, drafty houses that smell of wet spaniel. And there's the upper... And they have all the fun with their surnames, because they're called things like Mr. Trasorius, Bletchley, Sarsingle, Pukington, and so on. And then there's the upper middle class who actually have all the money, and they have all the fun with their first names, because the child is christened or baptized, but it's never called by that name afterwards. It's always known by a nickname. Jaunty, Ning, Nong, Biff, Squiff, Titface, whatever it is. Come on, we're going skiing again for no reason. Why would anybody want to go skiing? Why you could sit in the comfort of your own kitchen and break your knees with a hammer? Why? What is the human impulse?
Yeah, it's extremely popular everywhere, but especially when I was in Scotland, it was really popular for everyone to go skiing. Also, like going skiing as a bonding activity at work.
I was just wondering if they have any mountains in Great Britain.
No, they just go abroad.
Ah.
Yeah, but everyone's going
But
skiing.
Scotland doesn't have like a big mountains?
They do have that, but I don't think you can ski in the Highlands. Maybe in some parts, but it's not.
There is snow in Scotland?
There is snow in parts of the Highland, but there's Scotland not really. A little bit. But it's too humid and too warm.
Warm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't get like more than -5 in the winter. Yeah, so it's basically the same weather. You can have like you can be like a cartoon character, just have one clothes for the whole year. Yeah, but I don't know what the obsession with going skiing is either. It's just I don't know. Someone's always the best, then the other people are not so good. Then you have an accident or something, and you are cold. And I don't know. The last thing I want to do with my coworkers is like fall first in the snow. There's so many nicer things we could be doing.
And bowling, for example.
Yeah,
like you can
anything.
both drink and have fun.
Yeah, I mean,
you can drink while skiing.
You don't go on a bowling holiday, but just go somewhere. I don't know, that I sightsee or go somewhere warm or whatever. But skiing is so expensive as well, and it's also like again a little bit of a classist thing because not everyone can afford a skiing holiday because not everyone also has the background where they could have afforded in the past. So it's a very like exclusive thing.
Yeah.
How we can
Well, I decided to never go skiing after the Michael Schumacher accident because I was like, if he survived so many years doing one of the most dangerous sports on this planet and nothing ever happened to him, and then he went skiing and now he can talk, like, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like the same thing after Kobe Bryant died. I was like, no more rides with the helicopter. Like, not that I have before, but in the future also. Like, if you have so much money and this still can happen to you, nope, only planes.
What's wrong with these people? I think it's because they're so cosseted, their lives are so comfortable, they actually seek out danger as a pastime. If you're poor, you don't go and look for danger because you're surrounded by it. Your accommodation is dangerous, your neighbours are dangerous, your own family are pretty handy, you probably have a couple of moves yourself. Your dinner could fucking kill you anyway, so you don't have to go and look for danger. The dark creates all kinds of things. The dark creates music, particular kinds of music. Horrible folk music you don't want to listen to. And heavy metal, which they love in dark places. They love it in Scandinavia. They have all these metal bands, and they're not like the English ones or the American ones that have names like Metallica and Megadeth and so on. The names are, because English isn't their first language in Scandinavia, even though they all speak it, so they call their bands things like Anus Hammer, Egg Smuggler, all that stuff. And it's a very interesting look, heavy metal. You have everything down here. You've got jazz and ska and everything, and whatever, folk music too, probably. Folk music has its own look. It has, people wear dungarees because they say, I'm a man or a woman of the people. This isn't my main thing, I'm just like you, really. My main job is harvesting turnips. Anyway, this next number is called Cross-Eyed Mary of the Lowlands. I'd like to dedicate it to my wife. And then there's jazz, where you get people in suits, but they're non-conformist suits because they're wearing a pink shirt with a green jacket and a blue tie and trousers too complex to describe. And because they're saying, yes, I'm wearing a suit, but I work for me, and my job is to play the electrified tractor horn till 5 in the morning, so fuck you. Heavy metal is a very interesting look. The look is a kind of an argument. It's an argument against Darwinism. Because what the people who are involved are saying is that attraction is not necessary for reproduction. That's why they shave all the hair off where it would naturally be and cultivate it in places where it shouldn't be. And that's why the music is so angry. If you shave all the hair off your arse and then get into a pair of leather trousers, you're going to sing an angry song. It's not going to be some wistful ballad about that crazy summer in Paris with Justine. It's going to be much more death in the morning, death for breakfast, little pots of toasted death. And heavy metal is what happens when a group of people with competitively disgusting appearances come together to try to kill air.
That's mean.
People go funny in middle age, Men go funny,
Is it a compilation or he just changes subjects?
He changes subjects, I think. Although it looks like there was just a cut.
Yeah, it looks like there was a cut here on the.
Yeah, like there are special chapters, but maybe that's just because there are chapters. I don't know.
Funny in middle age, Men go funny. They get into things,
Why is he so out of breath?
Get a hobby. So I've always been interested in wood. I just didn't want to say anything until now. I need to go and be with my big lump of wood.
Are you gonna get into that? What?
Or they get a silly car, you know, a bright-coloured car that nobody else can fit inside, so they can pretend they can drive around in their own penis. And my thing, what happened to me was I had this period of being addicted to action films, thrillers, modern thrillers, really stupid ones. You know, the stupider the better. Not the old-fashioned kind of James Bond one where he's in a car, you know, and he's got a sharp suit and a lady in a frock is there and he clicks a pen and people's feet fall off and all that stuff. Not those. This is a modern one, you know, where you don't know what's going on and neither does the hero. That's the important thing. Everybody has amnesia in the film. And it begins with him running across the desert, picking numbers out of snakes that have been nailed to cactuses, because that's somehow going to explain who he is and what he's supposed to do. And then suddenly he's on a boat and he kills 19 people with his insoles.
Yeah, you know the kind of the movie, no?
You know, he finds out he can speak a dozen languages and he's an amazing pastry chef. He can control condiments by thinking about them. And rubbish, in other words. Even better if it's got Jason Statham in it. Those films are unimprovably stupid because they begin with him being thrown out of an aeroplane. He's got one wire attached from his heart going to his arse, another one going from his brain to his bollocks, and if he pulls the wrong wire, he swallows his eyes and vomits his liver.
Oh my God.
They're fabulous. Exercises in homicidal manliness. And because that's what's happening to you. You're becoming a blob, so you outsource your masculinity. You watch Jason do all this stuff. Go on, Jason, break his other collarbone. I got a parking ticket this morning. And
What do you think is going to be your thing?
I don't know. I have time to think about it.
Do you?
I have like 30 years to think about it.
Do you?
Yes. At least.
I hope it's something that's going to benefit me as well. So like maybe a very nice car and then I can drive around as well.
As a passenger.
Yeah, of course. What else? As a princess, passenger princess, of course. Why would I want to drive myself around in a nice car? I want to be driven.
I don't know if everyone has a middle-age crisis.
No, I guess 'cause I don't think it's obligatory. Or like if you skip it, then a mail comes from the government that you've skipped your midlife crisis and you have to get onto it. And you buy some action figurines or something like that.
I don't know what I will do.
I like
maybe
his
maybe I
imagination.
will date younger women or something like that.
I love it when Valdemar makes jokes and he's so pleased with himself and you like even can't get angry at him because look at him. You're so self-sufficient. You don't need to watch all of these comedians that we watch on this channel.
Yeah, they are good, but you know,
Yeah,
not as great as me.
Go on.
Although Billy Connolly last time with the colonoscopy joke was close to my level.
you see, he's such a man. Even his lunch sweats. Most men are what? Nerveless bags of glands, you know? People who... Jason makes decisions. Most men get poleaxed by indecision just walking into Pret a Manger. Not Jason, he pulls the whole fucking circuit board out. That's how much of a man he is. You see, most men are ambiguous creatures. You can imagine another life for yourself. You could have become a library glue wholesaler in Worthing. You might have been a bicycle customizer in the Isle of Wight. You might have been somebody who repaired lighthouses in Cornwall and fallen in love with the local fruit seller in Midlife, realised you were gay. And he had been nursing a crush on you for all these years because you've been going in and out of there buying yams. And then you move to Andalusia and open your own small B&B with an incredible range of sherries.
It's the imagination,
you know?
what?
But not to Jason. Jason could never make love with another man. Never. Not unless that man contained information that could only be released through the enzymes in sperm. You see what I'm saying?
No.
No, we don't. We really don't. I liked it, but it was so random.
Yeah,
the Hitler joke was very to the point, but this one was meandering a lot.
Yeah, it was like he was funny, but I don't know exactly why. Yeah. But it was very, very, very funny for me.
It was really funny, but it's the type of comedy we haven't seen, I think. And I can't put my finger on why, but it's very unique.
But there is something about him, like I was thinking about his style, like about his hairstyle, for example. Like it looks so random, but from what I saw, he always looks like that, like this.
So it's just his image.
It must be like a persona that he creates, and those words sounds like they are random, but I think they are meticulously composed
Chosen. Yeah.
in that way.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Interesting style, and it was lighthearted but funny, offensive, but you don't take offense.
Yeah, I really liked all the imagination that went into it. Like when you think about it, to come like it's just a stream of words that comes out of his mouth. But when you think about it, it's like you said, every word must have been crafted, but it comes out as just this most random stuff that you've ever heard.
Yeah,
it was really good though. It was really good.
The guy sounds like he is the best open mic comedian.
Yeah. Something. Yeah, you're really you're
like,
right.
Like he just came up on stage, someone introduced him, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he delivers.
Yeah, like he kind of improvises, but he's not. Yeah, he's really good. It was a surprise as well.
If you have any recommendations for more of his routines, clips, then leave them in the comments.
Yes, please.
We would like to check them out because
it was pretty good.
That was pretty good, yeah. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I agree with the metal. I don't like heavy metal.
Yeah, when he said those are unattractive people getting together. I don't know about that. I never really know how they even look because the covers are usually in black and white. They're usually both in like positions, all of them in positions when you can't really see their face.
They have long hairs, long beards.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't really see their faces usually because they're either covered with makeup or they are bending because they are like banging their head around. So it's not like you can even check.
They look like they smell.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but when you are wearing boots this big in summer on a festival,
and sweating on the
festival,
stage.
that is taking place outdoors, and I don't want to be near you. Like,
no, definitely not.
If you're gonna fall from the stage, I'm not gonna catch you. I don't want to touch you.
Yeah, and these people, the goth people and the heavy metal liking people, they always insist they are not hot in the shoes in the summer. But come on.
No.
Come on, of course you are. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Check out our movie channel because we forgot to mention we have a movie channel where we post movie reactions every Friday. And we also
know why I do that?
Because it's 5?
It's the 5th day of the week,
it's the 5th day of the week?
You're a smart one. You are a smart one.
Yeah. You can find it in the description box together with our Patreon, which you can also check out. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.